Hi everybody, Ted again. I want to go through today's price action and today's trading just to kind of show you what was going on. Here's a blank chart. This is just a Renko 4-tick chart. And what this does, I like the Renkos because it shows you, like, for example, consolidation ranges very clearly. There's your consolidation range right there. Well, could come down a little further, but you know, it shows you pretty much here's a consolidation range which you might come back down into. For example, let's extend this. So it would come down into this into this range and bounce off of it. Come back up here, you know, up to today's high, and then go down to today's, maybe come down into this range. And if we saw some volume coming in, you know, then we would look and look at this consolidation range and say, okay, fine, it may bounce off of it. Or you could do something like this. You could just draw a volume profile on this range. And where's the VPOC? Right there. Okay, where's the VWAP? Where's the VPOC? And I swear I did not do this in advance, but just draw it on consolidation and extend that VPOC and VWAP line out. Where'd it go? Right there. Boom, bounced off, and then, you know, and then went north from there. So doing these consolidation zones can be quite handy. For example, here's another one. Here's another consolidation zone that you might want to draw a volume profile on from here to here. For example, there's that, and it didn't quite come up to that VWAP and bounced off, and more downside action. So anyway, this was not the point of this whole video. I just kind of wanted to do that, just kind of showing you what's going on. Let me erase that. Okay, so this was, you know, from Globex to through the end of the day. It didn't look like there's a whole lot of structure to it. So let's add some, okay? First of all, I want to put on here the strat signals, which I consider to be high probability short and long signals. Now, you would not want to take these in just on their own, okay? Because you try to take these on your own, you're going to get chopped. You never would take just one signal on a chart. You always want to look at it for confirmation with others. So I don't have a tremendous amount on my charts, but let me show you what I've got. Okay, so here's the strat. Here's the strat signals, and you can see them, high probabilities. As it breaks the body of this candle, you take the short. You break the body, you take the long, short, long, short, short up here, long up here. You know, so you as you can see, you know, you'd probably get chopped up. And even if you went to, say for example, even if you went to a higher time frame, say for example, oh, let's go to a 30-minute time frame, you're still going to get, you know, chopped up a little bit, right? There was a nice long signal, but oh, that was sorry, this was Tuesday. So Tuesday, let's go to a 10-minute time frame. So even now, you know, Tuesday, you're going to get a bit chopped up. You could, you know, the strat signal caught you up here, and it's absolutely beautiful short signal, right? Didn't get you down here on a 10-minute. This is basically a 10-minute chart. So let's go back to our Renko chart. Okay, I like a 4-tick Renko. It gives you, you know, small enough areas to where you could get in and get out. Okay, now for the purposes of this next chart, what I'm going to show you, it doesn't matter. You could put this on any time frame, any chart, delta volume, 4-tick, 6-tick, 8-tick Renko, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever will show you market structure the best. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this and I'll move this over a little bit. So I'm going to put, the second thing I'm going to put on here is I'm going to put on my VWAP extensions, VPOC, value area high, value area low, and I think you're going to be absolutely amazed at what this shows you. Okay, so what I've done here is I put volume value area lines. Here's VPOC, and here's value area high, value area low, that sort of thing. It's still, it provides some structure to the market. Okay, obviously it provides some structure to the market, but it doesn't tell you, it doesn't give you enough. Okay, in my opinion, it doesn't give you enough. I mean, some people could trade off of this chart, right? But it's made, okay, now it's made new higher, it's made a lower low, value area low right there. Now it's straightened out. Now what you could do is you could draw a line right there and go long when it comes down and touches that, the previous value area low. Okay, draw a line right across there and you can see that. Okay, or if you're in the afternoon session, draw a line there. You're looking at your previous VPOC, because it's already done this. It's already tested this guy. Already tested the previous value area low. Value area low tested, came down to the previous value area low right there. Okay, retested it, could not test, push down farther, pop back up. Okay, here's your target. Nice long target there. Okay, now what happens if you extend that? If you extend that, it tries to push down. It pushes down, well, it pushed down almost to the tick to that VPOC. So you're watching for these areas. Okay, it pushed down to that previous one, down to the tick, and bounced off, right? Okay, well, if you didn't know that was there, if you're looking at that right there, as it comes back up through it, okay, now it's going to, another retest, and now we're making higher high. Okay, that's not enough for me. I gotta have something else. Okay, so let me put the VWAP extensions, which in my opinion, are the most valuable. Okay, this gives us a much more complete picture of what's going on. Okay, you can see here's the 90 minute, here's the daily VWAP. Okay, extension. Okay, so the daily VWAP extension has come down. Prices come down here. That gives you context to this long here. Okay, that gives you context to the long here. Your target would be, your first target would be here, your second target would be up here. Okay, so your first target, you take 2 off, stop loss break even +1, come back down, you take the long there again. There's your first contract off there. Stop loss at break even +1, you could add right here. Okay, right where that guy comes back in, comes down, and then rejects lower prices at the 90-minute VWAP extension, and then goes back up, right? Okay, so it just gives you a little bit more structure. If you don't like it, fine, cool, take it off, go do your thing. Okay, now here's the third piece, and just as important. Okay, what I've added this up here. Yeah, I got a timer up here. If you decide on like a minute or 5 minute or 10 minute or whatever chart, this basically gives you the 4S factory stuff, and this was for Tuesday. Okay, what this also does is give you, here's where all your resting orders were. Here's where all your market depth. Here's your market depth data, and here's where your resting orders were. Okay, now what does that tell you? All right, that tells you right here that the buyers stepped in here, right? They couldn't get back up. They stepped right back in here. Well, didn't mean a whole lot anyway. I wouldn't have taken that because everything's still going down. You know, your daily VWAP extension still going down. Your 90 minutes still going down. Not going to try to catch that falling knife. But right here, much different story. This is essentially flattened out. You're biased long now because the 90-minute VWAP extension is above the daily VWAP extension. So you're biased long. You're just waiting. Now, here's where, you know, crap, I missed it. I missed that, okay? So you draw a line across there, right? Gee, where does that happen to be? That happens to be like one tick below this line right there, okay? So what happens is all these guys, all the buyers pile in the market. Boom, there it goes, upside, upside, upside. Okay, and it just goes. Okay, you're seeing buyers. Sorry, you're seeing sellers here, but you're seeing, you're seeing people that are trying to take profits. You saw somebody else trying to layer in there for buying. Okay, now sell, sell, sell. Now here's where everybody started getting out. See those three lines right there? You can see those. What do you have above you? You have a cloud right up here. Okay, you've got your 90 minutes. You've got your daily VWAP extension. You got your 90-minute VWAP extension, and now you've got a value area high that has established itself right there. Okay, so now everybody's like, okay, whoa, Nelly, here we go. Downside, downside, downside. So where do we go? We go right there to that VPOC, that previous VPOC right there, right to that VPOC right there, and reject not once but twice. The strat gives you signals right there and right there to go long. Okay, the strat gives you a signal right there, even though you could say that it was a little late. It was right there. There's where your strat signal came in at like 45.75, 45.75, 25. That's 2 points off the top. Hey, that's a great deal. So now you've got a value area high up here, which says, nah, we're probably not going to, you may not come back up here. Okay, we did up here. Okay, but that was because your price action was up here, right? It was still pushing up. Okay, so it came back down, came to this level, and it just started pushing back up, right? Your daily VWAP, your 90-minute VWAP are still angling up. Here's your 90-minute VWAP. Your 90-minute VWAP are still angling up right there, okay? So it's still angling up. The extension's still angling up, and then all of a sudden you get this. And now you've got, just like this, you've got a value area high, okay? Well, now you got another value area high right up here. Well, what you didn't see up here, you saw people profit taking. What you didn't see here was all these orders up here. Basically everybody getting out. And let's see, yeah, you were seeing those. You see three lines right there. So everybody's getting out. Everybody's getting out of position, so why not you? Why not you get out of your position? Okay, fine, cool. So I reversed, you can reverse your position and go down, bounce right there. It comes back up a couple of bars and then sells off, right? And then just keeps on going. You got 2 bars up there. You got 3 bars up, 3 bars up there, 1 bar up there, right? And then boom, right down to VWAP. 5 bars up there, okay? Comes back down, retests, right? And now you have it that's moved up from here to here, push price up. Okay, where did it go? Right to VWAP. Okay, right to VWAP, bounces off, back down, up, back up to the cloud, right there, or that's the 90-minute VWAP extension, and then right back down to the 90-minute VWAP extension to the bottom side. This is absolutely perfect. If you see that and you see that strat signal, here it is, right up in that cloud or in the 90-minute extension, and you get that short strat signal. Take it. Your target is right there. Now you get the long signal, right? There you go. You got a VWAP down there supporting you. You're leaning on that VWAP. You're leaning on the bottom of this 90-minute VWAP cloud. What happens? Boom, right back up, right there. Okay, so you're getting out right there. And that's pretty much your day. So hope this was very handy. Hope this is very helpful to kind of show you guys how you can look at this, how you can see this, and trade these areas, these value areas up here, without having to have all kinds of magic stuff on your chart. This is just very simple, very straightforward stuff. I did not put volume on this chart. You could, but basically here's your value areas here. Your volume, if you put volume on a chart, and I might do a video on that later. If you put volume on the chart, that would just be supportive of that move. Okay. Now I removed everything except the 90-minute and the extensions. Okay. Just to show you guys, you don't need the strat. The strat's another thing that will get you in to a position very well. But we were expecting that. I was expecting it here, right here. I was expecting it right here, right here. I didn't need market depth historical graph to show me this. You know, it's like it's come down. It was not able to push down to the daily extension. Daily VWAP extension was not able to push down. What happens? Rejects it in that area right there where this was basically plotted, and boom, there you go to the upside. You know, so I didn't have value area high, value area low on there. You know, but I mean, it's nice to have. It's nice to have a lean on your chart. But if you wanted to make your charts as clean as possible, you could just, you know, you could put the volume, value area high, value area low, VPOX, that sort of thing on here, and then just wait. Then you see the cloud up here. Okay, let's take a look at that just to show you guys. Okay, this gives you another, you know, like I showed you before, this gives you another little picture. Okay, taking everything, is kind of a bare bones chart, taking everything off that chart. Here's value area low, a new value area high, VPOC bounces off, that sort of thing, and then comes back down and then comes back up. Okay, there. So you got basically, if you want as clean a chart as possible, you can just put volume value area lines on a chart and walk them up and walk them down. That's, you know, as clean as I can make it. Somebody was telling me that my charts weren't as clean, but I use everything on that chart, and it's nothing I don't need. It's everything I kind of do need, and everything kind of works together. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Hope this was handy. Hope this was, you know, very, very useful for you guys. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.